Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Shores of Hazeron, episode 13 for our series here. And last time we left off, I had set up the space industry and everything for the most part. I got everything all set up, and so now, without further ado, we've got spaceships. We've got 3 of them, all set up and ready to go. And I kind of went through and laid the groundwork out to get everything ready to actually have these built. And also, the spaceship that was actually above our little capital here, the pilot of it decided to land it right there. So he's just kind of hanging around. He's not here right now, I don't believe, but he's just he's hanging out, just hanging around in the area and stuff, which isn't a big deal at all. He doesn't help me with anything. There was a little bit of confusion last episode. He doesn't help me with anything. He doesn't give me anything or give me any technologies or anything like that. He's literally just here to kind of observe. And just somebody friendly to chat to as I'm working on stuff. I also have some vehicles as well here. So I do kind of want to go over the process of what I did to get these spaceships. Not too in depth, but because of the fact that some people watching have never played the game before, I do just want to kind of give an idea of what I did. It's really simple. I just went into the spaceship factory. Which I don't believe is it this factory? It is this factory, actually. I just went into the spaceship factory here, and just basically took a look at all the chemicals I needed, or all the objects I needed, parts I needed, and chemicals. I needed air and motors and stuff, and I went through and just made sure that I had the proper buildings to build them, and the proper tools, so you can see we need, electricity, a fitting wrench, screwdriver, wrench, torque wrench, and computers are optional. But just making sure that I have all that ready to go, and that's what I did. So I went through, we've got our rocket factory over there and all that, and I went through and made sure it was making rockets and whatnot. And yeah, just got everything all set up. The place is growing substantially large, actually. This area over here is going to be where the military base is, actually probably off this way. So last time when I mentioned kind of, not so much a military base, but kind of an area for me to manufacture military supplies, I'm going to do it right over here in this area, and kind of make that a military area, where I'm actually going to manufacture all of my supplies. And so we won't be taking the rocket into space this episode. Unfortunately, there's just a lot of planning I have to do before I get in there, but I'm going to go over a lot of that planning in a minute. So for those of you that were hoping we'd get into space this time, I apologize. I hope you're not too bummed out. But there's just some planning and stuff I want to do beforehand. I'm going to set up a mine real quick to grab those gems. Just so that way I have them. Metal. Not that it makes too much of a difference, but it does aesthetically. So we'll go like that, and I'll just let that get built. We'll get those gems. Alright, so for military supplies, I believe it'll be out of here. Okay, so things we're going to need. For space and whatnot, and just need in general. I want to get an armor area down because we're going to need to build a spacesuit and such. Now, is there a particular way I want to, like a fancy way I want to do this? I guess not. Let's just drop the armor here. Let's get the munitions factory right next to it. Like that. Let's get the weapons factory right next to that, like so. And then there's another building, explosives. Let's get the explosives factory right in this area as well. Let's just do it like that. Simple and easy. Gets the job done. And we'll go through and check a lot of those out once they're done being built, especially the armor, because I need a spacesuit to actually go into space. And hold on one second, I have a visitor at the door. Alright, and welcome back. Sorry about that. I had a friend who stopped by real quick. Had a couple of questions about a laptop he's trying to buy, and I just wanted to help him out there. So I guess that kind of worked out to my advantage, though, because these buildings all got built while I was showing him some stuff. And so let's take a look in here, because there's a couple of things we need to look at. And we'll jump right in here and see what we've got. So we've got this all set up for leather body armor. Obviously, that's not something we want. So let's go through and set this all up. We're going to get environment suits. We'll have one thing of leather body armor, I guess, with a leather helmet, maybe? Or why don't we go with metal body armor and a metal helmet? Since I don't think... There's a couple of... Metal power armor helmet? What would that take? Ooh. Oh, I can build it, though. I actually have the stuff to build that. So, metal power armor suit. And... what else? I think that'll do it. So we could just go with... I'd like to get some of these ones down here, like the Volcium, I think that is, or Volcium, or Volcium. That is a really rare metal that needs to be found. And, sorry, I need some water there. My mouth is really dry. Yeah, that's a really rare metal that needs to be found, but I just don't have it yet. So why don't we just stick with, and same with magmium. I mean, maybe it's not rare, I don't know. Let's just go with the leather helmet. For now, just... Oh, I don't even have leather. Whatever, let's just make this more environment stuff. Okay, that works. Okay, just make sure I have everything here. That'll be a little bit easier. I do have all of that. Yes, I do have all these tools and stuff, so it looks like I'm all good. All of those will slowly start getting getting produced or whatnot. Let's take a look here. So obviously dynamite. Okay, we'll make dynamite. There's other stuff in here. I think that it was probably be pretty important. I don't have gunpowder, do I? Gunpowder. Gunpowder is probably something I definitely need. Let's get some pistol ammunition going. And some rifle ammunition. And some plastic explosives instead of dynamite. And for the last one... why don't we just go with shotgun ammunition for now? So we'll just make all of this. I think that'll be perfect. I do not have gunpowder, but I have everything else, and it looks like there's gunpowder right there. So why don't I drop a mine real quick and start getting gunpowder out here? Get that good to go. Or that's not gunpowder, that's coal. Gunpowder. Where do I get gunpowder from? Explosives factory. Yes. Gunpowder and nitrate explosives. I built an explosives factory right here. So what makes gunpowder is the question. A question I'm about to have answered. Oh, coal. Coal and minerals. And nitrate explosive. So I already have coal, I guess, and I already have minerals. I'll get some more coal. But I do not have nitrate explosive, which is made by the factory that I'm actually at right now, so it shouldn't be an issue. Oh boy. There we go. So we'll drop this down for coal. Get that producing coal. As for this factory here, we'll go with gunpowder, nitrate, explosive, nitrate. What the hell does this need? Fertilizer? Oh boy, fertilizer. Where the heck do you get that? Nope. Just want to hover. Okay. Refinery. Well, that's simple enough. Then I'll just drop a refinery rate. Actually, I'll just put it right over here. And we'll actually just set that rate up. Fertilizer using the air. Interesting. I guess it really doesn't matter if it's using the air or it's using the atmosphere. I guess we'll just go with atmosphere. Imagine if like pollution and stuff was a thing in this game. That would be interesting. Maybe it is. I don't think it is. I've never seen anything. All right, so all of that's set up and ready to go. We did the explosives. This is ammunitions. Wait, one of these was weapons. Is this one weapons? Which one was weapons? This one's weapons. Okay, so let's just take a look at the weapons real quick. Yikes. There's a pretty good amount of weapons. Let's get some pistols using metal and plastic, using metal and wood. It takes 30 metal to make a pistol. Metal and plastic, it takes 20 and 10. Metal and wood takes 20 and 20. Well, I got plenty of plastic, so let's do metal and plastic. Okay, a laser pistol would be very cool. That would be awesome. Do I have everything for that? It looks like I don't. Okay, that's fine. We'll come back to that stuff later. Let's do a rifle using metal and plastic. A shotgun using metal and plastic. The knife using metal and wood is fine. This looks like an extremely awesome weapon, so we'll just make like a couple of those. Laser rifle. I'd like to get some laser weapons. I'll have to look into that. Not something that I'm too worried about right now. I guess we'll just get another rifle for now and another pistol, and I'll just come back and alter this when I decide that I want to go with like laser weaponry or something. But for now, I think this is fine. Knife using metal and wood, metal and plastic. But I do have wood that I can use up. I have all of this material. Hopefully I'm producing enough of it. Alright, daytime's on its way here, which is freaking awesome. For sure. Everything should be getting produced. The environmental suit and whatnot. Environmental suit helmet. Do I have a broker here? I do somewhere. I think it's all the way over here. One of these buildings, maybe. Those buildings look the same, though. Maybe that? No, that's not it. I could have sworn I had to have built a broker. I just don't know where I put it. Well, we can always check by doing this if I knew what the actual sign for broker was. I know I'll know it when I see it. Ah, broker right there. That's broker. Okay. All right, so we do have a broker. Okay, I'll just keep that up. I like to see those materials because I like to know what I'm building over. Make sure I'm not building over anything that's valuable. Okay, so we've got all of that set up. There's still a lot more stuff I need to do. Stuff to get done. Let's go get an environmental suit on, maybe? No, not yet. We'll do that another time. Let's actually, here's something. Okay, so I've got the observatory here, and I really wanted to check this out. So this is the observatory building that people were telling me to build that had some cool stuff to it, and supposedly it's going to let me see what's in my part of space, basically. So if we come on in here, through the front door, here we go. Making our way into the building, and here we go. So we've got a little seat here, and we'll enter it. And this is pretty cool. So this is actually going to let us see, the observatory lets us see what kind of planets are in our system, planets and moons and such. So here we are, and we'll look down at the screen here. So here's the screen, and I can go through and alter a lot of these things with my hand. So it looks like we're pretty zoomed out right now. Yeah, right here's our sector, it looks like. And right there's us, the flashing green triangle that's there. So Futopia Prime. And so now we're going to kind of zoom in on ourselves here. And here we go. So if we actually zoom in here, we could basically see a couple of different things going on. And we'll use these to kind of move around. And so let's take a look. So we've got our green triangle there. Here is our sun. And we can click on it and kind of see the name of everything. So here is Futopia Prime, which is great. And we've got what appears to be another planet over here. My voice cracked there for a second. What appears to be another planet over here. That means I need more water. That's what that means. Hold on. Oh, my mouth is so dry. Okay. Futopia Prime's over here, so that's the second planet in our system. We take a look over here, and Futopia Prime actually has a moon. Now, we don't have a moon, which is kind of a bummer. That means that when I do launch into space, I'm going to have to go all the way to this moon over here if I want to get moon resources. And I may as well check out this planet as well, because it might be something, I might have something useful. Now, something else to take note of, we've got some wormholes in our system, which will allow us to travel to some other galaxies. And we also, actually, a wormhole here, and then what appears to be, I'm not sure what this is, Isander 2. I don't know what this is. We've got that and maybe some more moons. It would appear that that is the case. But yeah, very small system. 2 planets, some moons it looks like, and a wormhole or 2. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what's going on down here. Let's take a look. And we can actually turn the orbit on so we can see what we're dealing with. It looks like these are moons, and maybe... I don't know what that is. Is that another planet? It looks like the same icon as the wormhole, just a little slightly different color. But this one actually says wormhole. Positive. I'm not sure. I guess we'll have to find out when we get into space. Yeah, kind of curious to see what that is. So, yeah, that's the observatory. So now you guys have seen... I've seen basically what our system looks like. From that little screen there. Now, hopefully we'll be able to see what it looks like with a... Look at that. There's so many hills and stuff around here. Yeah, hopefully you guys will be able to see what it looks like from the cockpit of a rocket ship soon, which is my goal. And then hopefully a larger rocket ship later down the road. So here's the broker here, and I want to head over here and just slam into the building like so, because I want to do a little bit of trading. To acquire a couple items that we're going to need for our journey. And I also want to eat because I just noticed that I am extremely hungry. So we'll just eat to full so I don't have to worry about that. And yeah, so let's take a look. Now there's a lot of items I'm going to need, and I'm actually going to go do kind of the math for that. But let's just start with the basic items, because that is what we need. So let's see if I remember how to do this, because it has been a second. We need a hail, I think. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I don't type it out. I need to do this. All right, channel was open for the capital here. And we want to tell them... We want to solicit sales, but let's... Is there a way to... There's a way to tell them that I want to trade. I know you can do it from here. Is that just it? I don't fully remember. I think I can just trade through here. Let's go to armor real quick. Oh, there you go. Is that even armor for sale? Items for sale were listed on a private channel. Ah, here we go. Okay, here we go. So, we got the environmental suits here. Quality 174, quality 166. That's actually a pretty good quality. And they've got 20 units and 87. And... Okay, they're very expensive, actually, way out of my budget, which means I'm going to have to acquire some more money, it looks like. Which is fine. Just something good to know, I guess. Let's grab one of these, so I can at least put this on. Obviously, I'm going to need to get the credits to do this, but that won't be an issue because I already know how I can do that. I'll have to work a couple areas, but we do have that, so that's good to go. We'll grab the helmet, and I'll work on getting the suit off camera, since I'm not going to bore you guys with acquiring all the funds to do that, and you guys might know some tips as well for doing that. However, I'm going to be recording some episodes back to back tonight because I have some time off of work, so that is something to keep in mind. However, we are out of time for this episode, so we did get a lot done. We've got our 3 rocket ships here ready to go. I'm getting the environmental suits and everything set up. There's a couple other items I'm going to need to get set up as well. The first trip into space will just be an exploration trip, just kind of taking a look at seeing what's around us. And then the next trip into space, the second one, will actually be going to try to set up some type of space colony. So that'll be the ultimate goal. However, I do hope you guys did enjoy this episode, and I will see you next time.